Hello all, welcome to Java 1 CSCI 2467. This particular section is this number this semester, but if you're watching this a different semester, your section number will be different, so don't worry about that. As I've said in the student expectations video, sometimes you may want to contact me via WebEx because I may need to see your screen, you may need to see my screen, and we can talk in real time. This is under announcements, and here is a link to show you how to work with WebEx. You still would need to send me an email saying you want me to send you an invite to my WebEx room. So that's how we would do that. The main sections of this website are going to be course information, our classroom, quizzes and exams, assignments, and course software. Let's first go to course software. Okay, so there are a couple of different zip utilities you can use in this class. Most of you already have WinZip built in to your operating systems, so you don't need to worry about downloading 7-zip. I would prefer that you use WinZip. The course creator likes 7-zip, so he added this. I'm going to show you how I want you to zip things. In the first couple of weeks, you're not going to need to worry about zipping because you're just attaching one file. In the future, when we work with bigger projects, you're going to have to attach those project folders, and those will need to be zipped. We'll talk about that later. So right now, what I want you to do is go into this. Actually, you can't even see this 7-zip because it says it's hidden from students. But right now, we're going to go into software installers. Okay, and we've got instructions for installing Java Jdk. All right, so there are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. You're going to need to install our Integrated Development Environment, IDE, and that is going to be IntelliJ. Before you install IntelliJ, and that's crucial, you must install the Java Jdk. And most of you likely will have Windows 64-bit, and if you do, then that is the JDK that you need to install. Okay? Now, once you install, so we've got an instructions document, then we have the installation link. Then we have an instruction document for installing the IDE, the Integrated Development Environment. That's what you code in. Okay? So we've got the instructions for that, and then you're going to have the download for that, to install that. Now, this is important. Running IntelliJ the first time, do not use until you've read this. Okay, so make sure you do that so you can set up your configuration information. Okay, so once you install IntelliJ, and we're going to go over in another video, I'm going to discuss Unit 1 and give you some examples. But right now, this is just a course overview. Okay, so you're going to need the software. Now, as far as the books are concerned for this class, let's take a look at the syllabus. And do we even list the books? Yes, we do. Okay, so we've got a couple of books, and those books are free. Okay, so you're going to have links to Think Java, and we're going to be using that in the first, I think, 5 weeks of the class. Yep, 5 weeks of the class. And then we're going to be using Java, the Complete Reference. Now, Java, the Complete Reference is online for free, but you can buy a hard copy of it for only about $25 or $30 if you prefer that. So keep that in mind when you're getting your books. So we've got the grading scale here, essentially. And so there's just a few different categories. Mostly, it's going to be based on lab exercises and the midterm and final. So you can see lab exercises are going to be worth 140 points, midterm 50 points, final 50 points. So that's 240 points out of all of your points. Then we've got 2 quizzes, and then we're going to have take-home questions that are due the first week, so don't forget those, and a discussion board question. And that'll be later in the course. Each unit is broken down in our classroom. Okay, and we've got, so here's where you would find out about textbooks. And then we've got it broken down into units. Now what is due is listed on the syllabus on the last page. The units of instruction. Okay, so August 31 is a Monday. That's when classes start in this particular semester. If you're watching this in a subsequent semester, whatever your first Monday is, that's what it is. And then the assignment is due on this date. So since we have Labor Day on this particular date, the assignments are due on the Sunday, the first Sunday. So that's September 6th. So you're going to need to get started right away. Since you don't have to buy the book, it's just a download, there should be no excuse that you need to get the book. So there you go. And so what's due is Unit 1. So we go back and we see, okay, Unit 1, Introduction to Java. And in Introduction to Java, we're going to have some lecture notes. Need to look at those PowerPoints. And there are some various videos that you can watch that are applicable and relevant to Unit 1. And then I've got examples. So you'll see that back here there were examples and I have them hidden. That's because I have them built within every unit. So that's what I've decided to do with that. So, okay, there's your introduction, and the course creator created an Introduction to Java welcome PowerPoint there. And we're not doing an in-class lab because we're not in class, so I've taken that off and taken the points away. But just know this is your general information that you need for Unit 1 in addition to the reading. And the reading is listed on the syllabus. Okay, syllabus, you're to read Think Java chapters 1 through 3, and you're gonna have Lab 1 worth 10 points. Okay, and then you've got take-home questions. Those are not going to be every week, just the first week. So you've got those 2 things that are going to be due. Now, where do you submit? You submit under the assignments link. So we click assignments. Here's Lab 1, and you're going to click on that. You're going to open it. And okay, it's going to tell you that you are calculating the volume of a cylinder, and it gives you some basic code. Okay, so you're given some of the code, and this is what your output's supposed to look like. Okay, and I'm going to show you examples, and we'll go over some of these things. But that's what you're going to be turning in. Where do you turn it in? Okay, you go to the link for Lab 1, and you are going to click Browse My Computer, and then you're going to upload the Java file, .java file. We're going to go over this in a separate video, an example, so don't worry about that right now, but that's what you're going to submit here. Okay? And that is a quick overview of units, well, of the course, and a little bit of Unit 1, but the rest of the units are going to be done likewise until we get into more sophisticated projects, and then we'll break that down a little bit more. But so you've got your course information, review the syllabus, You've got our classroom. Each unit goes unit by unit, and that's also where your textbook information is. Quizzes and exams, when necessary, refer to the syllabus units of instruction. It'll tell you when the quizzes and exams are. You've got the assignments that you see right now, and then the course software, and we talked about that. So if you have any questions, please let me know.